I feel like they've taken that franchise in a direction that I can no longer follow.
Supposedly the new one's really good. Apparently it's one of ScarJo's best films.
Okay. I just think it's the concept of the franchise right now is dinosaurs have escaped off the islands.
Yep.
They now inhabit the entire Earth.
Yes.
They go back
Mm-hmm.
to an island, is my understanding, that has the experimental dinosaurs on it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of dealing with there are now dinosaurs roaming the Earth, they decided to go back to the island.
We gotta go back, Marty.
I was thinking about your 40-year rule on that.
Yeah.
Where's the dehydrator or the rehydrator?
I mean,
We don't have Domino's pizza that comes out in a little thing like this, then comes out a full pie.
no, but you have all those little, like, add it to your water packets. It's all dehydrated.
Yeah. I don't know if that's like for like though.
It's fair.
But we did have video teleconferencing like they had. That's true.
Mm-hmm. We don't have DeLoreans anymore, so we can't make a time machine.
Well, that's because somebody went back in time to stop the creation of new DeLoreans. Important. Little known fact.
The classic time traveler trap.
Only happens on the weekends, but it's possible. So messaging.
Good segue.
They're not all winners. You can't. This is
Dude,
not.
Winners aren't losers, though.
No, they're not losers. Sometimes winners lose.
Third base?
You're going to be just fine. You and I were chatting about messaging earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing that you and I get asked about
It is.
a lot.
Yes.
It's a problem that we try and solve with our clients constantly.
Yes, in spite of them.
That's exactly right. And there seems to be a lot of misconceptions about how to actually go about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of ways to go about it.
Well, a lot of them are dumb. I mean, like,
Sure.
there are a lot of ways to not get to the right destination.
But there are also a lot of ways that are right, that are different for different reasons.
Sure. Okay. Great. Like?
It depends on how you want to set up your appeals in your messaging.
Okay.
You can have positive or negative appeals. You can appeal to emotion. You can appeal to fear. You can appeal to...
Do you like the negative appeals?
I think the answer that I would give here is no. Caveat.
Ooh, always you love a good caveat.
Have you ever heard of depositioning?
I'm familiar with the depositioning idea, but please explain.
Depositioning is the concept of phrasing your messaging
Okay.
in a way where your competition is the worst choice.
Got it.
So it's not directly negative, but just like a quick example would be Wendy's makes square burgers. Okay? So a Wendy's depositioning play against McDonald's might be, shouldn't your burger not cut corners?
Cute.
Right.
Adorable.
And what that does is the way you phrase that is it makes the person reading it go, yeah, my burgers shouldn't cut corners. Why does McDonald's do that, those jerks?
Yeah.
And so they go to Wendy instead of Ronald.
So the counter argument to that is, does it matter? Like, Deep is it's cute. It's a good little move. It's a fun little tactic. We're talking about it here. It's cool. Does it actually change people's behavioral patterns?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay. What?
Um, ultimately, marketing is trying to get an outcome. If you
Sure.
get that outcome, does it matter?
Yeah.
Because a lot of marketing and branding are not the same thing, but they sit in the same seat together.
Totes.
They're like, conjoined twins or something like that. And
I dated conjoined twins once.
yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
One of them really liked me. The other one didn't.
I don't know if this is a real story or not.
I'm just saying. It's a thing that happened in some part of the multiverse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a lot that marketing can do to impact branding, but there's also things outside of marketing that impact your branding. For example, is your product good? If that Wendy's burger is terrible, marketing may have got the result you wanted for the person to come eat that burger, but if the burger's bad, the brand receives that failure.
Yeah.
And in the future, your little depositioning play won't work.
Right.
So it's really a setup tactic when it comes to depositioning.
So when I think about depositioning, I feel like it's like a way to infuse humor often, not always.
Mm-hmm.
But like the example that you used, it's exceptionally clever. We don't cut corners.
We don't cut corners.
There are some people that wouldn't get that.
Okay, let's be more blunt. Let's say that you have a feature. Let's say you make, I don't know, baby car seats.
Okay.
Okay? And you have a feature that I'm going to go very Gen Z here. Your baby car seats come with an iPad holder.
Heard of these, actually.
All right? And so your depositioning messaging would be something like, it shouldn't be difficult to give your kid the iPad in the car.
Sure.
And so now everyone else who doesn't have a convenient way to manage your child's iPad in the car is now in a lower bracket because of that.
And in that circumstance, that sort of depositioning, the reason why I really enjoy that one too, because I like the humor, like the clever one, I think is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works for a lot of people that maybe wouldn't engage with the brand in another way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is part of the thing too. Like, everybody thinks, oh, you come up with one great ad, then that's it. And it's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to come up with the next one.
Yeah.
And then you got to place them.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's all, it's the whole process. But then I think that there's also a thing too where, like, for that situation, how many times, as this especially happens as parents,
Mm-hmm.
you and I have felt this pain. Why the hell didn't somebody make fill in the blank?
Exactly.
Why hasn't somebody already made this And so having a depositioning on that particular sort of product makes so much sense, because we've all had that situation where we're like, geez, for the love of God, just shut up, watch the show, let me, like, quit screaming in the car. This would be a heck of a lot easier if you could just hold it.
Yep.
Let me take care of it for you.
Exactly. And depositioning in particular, there are many other marketing messaging tactics you can play. But depositioning is really, really good when you have a feature competitive market.
Right. So the more features you have, do you feel like it lends more and more towards that?
It gives you more ammo.
Okay.
It gives you more opportunity.
Yeah.
So, if there's, let's just say there's 3 major competitors in a field.
Yep.
If you have a feature that the other 2 don't, by advertising, shouldn't it have this, you're depositioning the other 2 because they don't have that.
Yeah, and I think that it's a compelling, it's a messaging tactic that shifts how our brain interacts with it. Just like story or narrative changes, it actually chemically is different in how it interacts in your brain than if you're telling just straight like facts, data, information, no narrative.
Right.
Same thing with the depositioning. It's actually changing how you hear the message.
Yeah, it's because you're allowing the connective tissue to take place inside of the reader instead of making the connection for them. So, the alternative message that a lot of people would write would be, we're the only brand with iPad holders in our car seats. And great, I read that. That's fantastic. Okay. But if you put the onus back on the reader and say, shouldn't they all have iPad holders? And you go, you know what? They should.
Yeah.
They should. And in fact, I deserve it. Who's got one? Oh, you.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it does move the dial. It does allow the person that's consuming the content to be able to write that narrative for themselves to really find the answer. And there is something, so when we do that, when our brains do that, instead of just being told something, when we actually have to figure it out, it sticks in our brain more consistently, because it's like solving a math problem, right? You're going to be able to stick through that process a little bit easier, especially the more complex it is. When you find the solve, you solve a riddle, you're like, hey, I know how to solve that riddle. So your brain's looking for resonance is actually what's happening. And so you go and tie the clouds together in order to find it. What are some other ways that you can use depositioning to maybe increase the likelihood if you have a service-based business? Like, I don't know, HVAC repair? Like, how could you use depositioning with something that maybe doesn't have features to really kind of establish some new sort of paradigm?
I mean, I think the process behind that is start with the word shouldn't. If you can just start with the word shouldn't it be X? Shouldn't it be Y? You're going to find things in your service. When I worked with landscapers exclusively, and I worked with a lot of them, one of the biggest plays we ever made in advertising was simply to say, shouldn't your landscapers show up on time? The dumbest.
Yeah, totally.
It's so silly. But guess what? In the marketplace, landscapers are notorious for not showing up on time or at all. Or at all. And so the fact that we kind of rested ourselves on that messaging that's like, we're going to be there every Tuesday at 3:00. It's going to happen. And then we did it. That sold a lot of lawn care.
Totally. The reason why I brought up the HVAC one, we did one years ago in one of the first agencies with a local HVAC repair company, and our tagline was, you shouldn't sweat the small stuff.
No, cute,
right? It crushed, though, because people were like, so we talked about being on time. We give you a 1 hour window that we're going to be there, so you don't have to take off half your day like other people,
right.
which is a real thing. Like we would get calls in and they'd be like, hey, so I just got told somewhere between 8 and 1 p.m. tomorrow, or I can pick, between 1 and 6 this evening. And it was like, let's just show up on time.
The cable guy.
It's crazy. But then the other one was the response time was so slow. So we also hit home, you shouldn't sweat the small stuff, like my AC went out at 10 o'clock and I can't get somebody out here. Well, we do 24/7.
Yep.
So then now everybody's like, oh, why would I go to somebody else? They're 24/7. They show up within an hour window. I know that I'm going to have a great service.
Right.
Yeah.
Something like your house should have a healthcare plan.
Ooh.
And the HVAC guys, HVAC doctor.
Yeah.
Something like that. But that's the whole game, is you're allowing the marketing to take place inside of the consumer.
which is a fundamentally different idea than, again, just like spoon feeding them. Here's the message. Here's what you want to know. One of the things that you and I get frustrated by is that people don't really understand how to differentiate at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what's interesting. Small business owners are like, you don't understand. My business is different. And I'm like, no, you're a roofer. It's not different. And they're like, you can't understand my industry. I'm in medical device sales. I'm like, no, you're just like every other industry I've ever worked in.
Mm-hmm.
You're not unique. But the fun thing that marketers do is we lie to you and we tell you that that you are unique and that you're a pretty flower.
Oh, the prettiest.
And we do make people unique through the messaging, through the branding,
we find their uniqueness.
We craft it for them. Yeah, totally. And it's really just accentuating the things that are already there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I'm curious, when you start to think about like going through a messaging exercise for a client, for a brand, where do you start in order to really make a difference? Because everybody that's listening, whether they're in a large corporation, small business, scaling, doesn't matter. They're like, dude, I want to just, how do I grow this thing more? And messaging can change a lot more freely than, say, a logo, a website. I mean, you're able to change this up and really fine tune it and get some data back on it. But how do you kind of approach it when you're just like diving in?
The first step is fact finding.
Okay.
I have to know as much about your business as you do. If I don't have the data points, I can't market with them. So I have to become an expert in your business.
What does that process look like for you to kind of, I mean, because I know what it looks like, but I think it's interesting for other people to hear it. How many clients do you think you've worked with, or how many brands do you think you've worked with in your marketing career at this point? Whether it was paid, or you doing it for free, or like how many?
Probably north of 500 at this point.
Yeah, I'd say so. So I tallied it up recently. I think I'm over 2,500 now. I think it's like 1,600, 1,700 paying clients, and a number of others that I've done like just pro bono, or like somebody was like, hey, I got a buddy. Can you just like spend 20 minutes? Yeah, of course. And what I figured out is there's pattern recognition. When you've done 500 is enough. You see the patterns too.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of know if I'm talking with a business owner, I have a beat on them so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's absurd. I'm like, oh, you're all ego. All you want to hear is you're a good boy. You're a pretty girl. You've got this nailed. You want to be forefront in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, doesn't matter what ad you're running, you're not going to love it. Could be the most well done ad on the planet, but we have to stroke your ego in order to get you where you want to go. And I've had too many owner founders that are like that, by the way, that have paid quite a lot of money and not seen as good of results because they're desiring that sort of.
They want you
approach.
to win their way.
Yeah, and let's just park on that for a hot second. Can we just camp here for a bit?
Oh no, the flag just got planted. Hold on, let me pull the soapbox out.
This is where, well, I gotta sit up for this. I actually get really frustrated by this mentality because I don't care what it looks like. I just want to win.
Yeah,
like if it's the idea of being on a basketball team, and it's like the only way that I want to win is if I score 40 points. It's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
If I score 2 points, have 20 assists, have 10 rebounds, everybody else looks awesome today. Great. Did my job. We won. If we win the game, I don't care. If I score 100 points and we lose, it doesn't matter. I don't care at all. And so, like, that's what drives me nuts about this is, and I see this so often. I didn't know I was going to get fired up about this, but here we are. Ego kills more businesses and good ideas than I can ever possibly communicate on this podcast.
Obviously, we've worked through this mindset as business owners. As an agency, you see it on the flip side. if we hired a podcast consultant to come in and he was like, hey, man, you guys need to wear clown noses and do a honka honka horn whenever you say something, you better believe the next episode, it's Jake the Jimbo Wizard clown.
Yeah, totally.
Like, that's just what it comes down to because they know.
Yeah, that's what drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I'm like, you either have to hire people that you trust and then trust them.
Novel.
Yeah, you trust them because they have a track record. You trust them because you check their references. You trust them because they gave you a good audit. You trust them because fill in the blank, right? You trust them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating to get hired as an expert and then have them not take. This happened to me in a story I told a while ago. We were working with a political campaign, and I was like, look, if you guys want to win in these segments, you actually need to be doing X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
They did none of them.
Did they win?
They did not get out of the primaries.
Well, there it is.
I think they made it to like 5, 6 states.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were done.
Well, it extend that, let's just say, to the presidency. Presidency approval ratings typically during their presidency drop well below
Sure.
the amount of people that voted for them.
Absolutely.
Do you not trust them to, like, something you don't see, right? Like, it's behind the curtain. It's there's a severe lack of outsourced trust.
I think there's also the element to, this is really frustrating to me. This is not a political podcast, but we were talking about this. One of the things that's frustrating to me is when a president singular claims responsibility for the economy in total, it's laughable.
Yeah.
Because there's not that individual is not even the executive branch in its entirety. So it's such a farcical claim. And then there's so many other potential influences to how that plays out.
Yep.
That to be like, well, the economy's great, you guys should be thanking me. And so maybe their approval's up. And that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. But on the flip side, it's also insane if, like, oh, there's a macroeconomic disaster that you didn't know was coming, but we're going to blame you.
Yep.
It's also insane. And so I feel that way a lot when we work with clients too, is it's like, okay, hang on. We're handling this one piece. There are all these other factors. Like I was just having a call. I was having a call with a client today, and they were talking about, we're just really not seeing the ROAS that we want. And we think it's because we are priced about 10 to 15% higher on all of our items for the exact same item than our other competitors, and they're beating us on Google Ads. And I go, yes, we told you that 3 months ago. We said this is why your ROAS is bad, because they can literally window shop on Google Shopping. They can see the exact same product for a cheaper price. They're crushing you over 10 or 15%. What if you just dropped it? What if we what if we test it? And they're like, they finally said after 3 months, yeah, we're going to test it. I'm like, dude, we told you to do this 3 months ago.
But coming back around to messaging, what are some other kind of messaging tactics like depositioning that you've used in the past, maybe in ads, that you've seen kind of work as a structure that you can build around?
Man, I think that one of the things that you need to understand is that, especially in the digital world, in messaging, you have one sentence either written or spoken.
Yep.
That's it. So you have to be hooking them with every single phrase. this has always been true. This was true in newspapers. This was true in print ad. Like this has been true in TV commercials back in the day. Like it doesn't matter. We're all trying to grab people's attention in a way that they want to stick around and keep engaging with the content. And so if you're going to do any sort of messaging at a high level, understanding your ideal customer persona, number one, and going, okay, what are their pain points? Like what are we doing that is actually solving something that sucks?
Mm-hmm.
So working with we had a cleaning company that was non-toxic. We had a target set. This campaign did exceptionally well. We had a target set that was green moms that were like, hey, we're kind of hippy dippy, cool. Both political sides of the spectrum, by the way, that exists. And so we started to say messaging hooks that were all like, your kid should be safe around cleaning supplies. It's very simple. Shouldn't have to worry about what's underneath your cabinet was another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like just kind of tying into like, yeah, this other stuff is so bad
Mm-hmm.
that it literally, you have to call poison control. Your baby may die. Versus, and this is how we ran the creative, we had models that were very attractive looking go in and spray like our actual cleaner on a tray with a baby that was sitting there eating right off of it while the mom is cleaning off the tray. What's it doing? It's portraying that this is like part of the family lifestyle. This is totally normative, that you can consume food right off the tray that's currently been sprayed with a disinfectant that's got 10 times the cleaning power of bleach, was our claim, and was real. We actually had science and research to back that up so that people... Science! 10 times the cleaning power of bleach, none of the toxicity. In another one that we did, we had somebody actually drink the chemical. And then we like time watched it, and it was like, oh wow, they're fine.
Yeah, no Willy Wonka stuff happened to them.
No, and it was like, everybody's like, whoa. And then what we would do was we'd pair that side by side with actually showing like, here's all the germs, now they're gone, because it kills 99.99% of germs.
Did you have them also drink a bottle of Dawn just to see what would happen?
Whew, that's a good way to die. That was a good one. So
Tide Pod?
Tide Pod. Yeah, it's dumb ways to die, right? That's the dumb ways to die. So when I think about messaging, I'm always thinking about how can I hit the pain points, or how can I say something that everybody really wants? What's the dream outcome that they're desiring from this product, right? So like for you and I, whenever we're buying something for the business, we're looking for a software, let's say. We're like, please, for the love of God, just solve my problem.
Yep.
Please. And it's like, if it has a feature that solves my problem, great. If it just solves my problem, also great. One of the things that I also love about messaging from an ads point of view, or organic social media, is that, like you and I've said before, it's just so fast. It's like microwavable. The content's here and it's gone. You can micro test and like get feedback really quick. So I love to test things.
Yes.
72-hour feedback loops are my favorite. Like, let's do it. Let's spend the money. Oh, it didn't work? Awesome. Next messaging point. Let's do it. Spend the money. Oh, it didn't work? Awesome. Next. Oh, that one did work. Great. Let's double, triple, quadruple down on it.
Yep. One of the marketing messaging formats that I like is something called offer amplifiers. It's the easiest concept. You can go and use it right stinking now. And so you go through the offer amplifiers and you just ask yourself, what is my product the fastest at? What is my product the easiest at or about?
Sure.
What is my product the most affordable? Okay. What is my product the only That's a good one.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Right? And you can just answer these one sentence kind of, well, we're the only one that kills germs with no toxicity.
Right.
Right? That's an easy offer amplifier. And so when you can use those kind of best, only, fast, easy, affordable keywords to kind of formulate your very simple messaging, you kind of distill down your value very quickly.
Absolutely.
And now you've got messaging.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think part of the challenge of messaging is also part of the gift of messaging, which is if it was easy, then everybody would be really good at it.
Right.
It's not easy. Distilling down what's unique, what's different, what's special, what should or shouldn't be the case, how you're going to reach your audience, it is a challenge. It's going to take data. It's going to take some research. It's going to take some time. And if it was easy, it would be easy for everybody else to duplicate, but it's not. So stick with it. If you're feeling like beat up about it, you're like, man, I just can't, I haven't found it yet. Great. The best way to say it is, I haven't found it yet. We feel this way all the time with cold outreach for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we'll find some messaging that works for a while. It's like gripping, you know? And then after a while, that same LinkedIn sequence, that same cold email sequence just starts to go, and we see the results die out, and then we're like, oh man, we got to find new messaging. We try so many new ideas. It's just constantly like moving, and it's hard work. But we always, when that does happen, because it does, we just say to the staff, hey, we haven't found the new messaging yet. We're going to figure it out. And when we do, we're going to do the exact same process. And so if you're in the suck and you're like in the trough of, I don't have the messaging figured out, we're not seeing the purchasing rate we want, we're not seeing whatever that is, right? Take a deep breath, take a beat, give it more time.
Yeah. And try things. Like just trying new messages, because at the end of the day, the bad stuff we all forget. If you've ever scrolled on social media of any kind, the low views don't get a lot of views. Like, it's just going to be here, it'll be gone, and you can move on to the next one. So if you've got 5 things you could highlight, try each one. See which one tends to stick.
Absolutely. And I think that in general, we do one of 2 things with marketing.
Mm-hmm.
We either take it too seriously,
Mm-hmm.
or we don't take it seriously at all. I know I'm being very general in my observations, but like I've seen people that will stress about the exact way that this line curves out of this font. They're like, ooh, but does the L, like, does it curve out the way that, what if we, and like some of that's fun for like logos and stuff. Totally get it. It's going to be a permanent mark. Get it. I think you should do that. In fact, be really anal about that. But we're going to bleep that one out. Finch. But then there's other times where it's like, okay, this is just ad copy. Crank, man. Crank. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is an ad visual. Crank it out. It's going to be on Facebook for 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's just get the next one. And then there are times where it's like, we'll just throw anything out.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden your niece or nephew is creating something in Canva that is cute for a school project, but doesn't belong anywhere on your social media timeline.
Right.
And so I think that you got to find the balance between like, let's do this professionally and let's test the ish out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then find the thing that really sticks.
Yeah. There's also just so much psychology to messaging. Like, if you want to get good at marketing messaging, you actually need to study psychology to see how people make decisions. But again, I can't stress enough, if you can design messaging where the connective tissue formulates inside of the person, where they're the one making the connection, you're just setting up the pins and letting them knock them down.
Yep.
That type of messaging is difficult to produce, but if you can do it, it will resonate and it will win 99.5% of the time.
Totally.
Because you can't lead a horse to water.
Cannot.
No. What's one of your favorite lines of marketing copy you've ever seen? If there is any.
Oh man. I think okay, so I had this a very good friend.
Yeah.
Who is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he and I were talking about business stuff at one point. And he had this business idea, and I was like, oh man, that's such a good idea. There's actually a lot of people that do that. And he's like, oh. He got sad. And I was like, why are you sad? And he goes, because I like to do original things. That's the only way that I've ever been successful. And I was like, oh man, see, I love when there's competition. It tells me that there's already a market there. Because 25% of businesses around the world fail because there's no market demand for them,
Mm-hmm.
that's an insane number, but it's real. So the messaging that's resonated with me, and I think some of the best messaging that you find are in crowded marketplaces.
Mm-hmm.
Cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tricks is for kids.
Tricks is for kids.
It's so simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's a dumb piece of messaging.
Mm-hmm.
But it made it into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it made it into Ted. And Liam Neeson delivers that line and it's iconic.
Tricks are for kids.
He's like, have you seen that one?
Yes.
He's like, I'm led to believe that Tricks is actually exclusively for children. Is somebody going to follow me? So good. I think that there's something to the simplicity of that. Tricks for kids is great. I also like Reese's. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. I've said that to you a few times.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
It's a great way to approach life, by the way. Like I think there's some tasks that it's like there's no wrong way to approach this. Like let's just go for it. Let's just go get it done. Let's knock it out. And I think that those sorts of, again, cereal, candy, crowded.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the constrictions of those sorts of industries actually leads to greater innovation,
right,
than the ones where it's like wide open pastures. Do you have messaging that you resonate with?
I was thinking through this, and I do have one. But it's a bad example because the company's not there anymore. But it's not because of the demand for the company. The company just mismanaged itself.
Got it.
I love Toasty.
Oh God. So good.
Quiznos communicates an insane amount of data in that tagline.
Yep.
Right? Because you're communicating it's enjoyable, it's delicious. Also, it's toasted.
Yep.
And at the time, they were the only ones.
Okay, this is going to now dovetail into a very important question.
Oh no.
It's very important.
Oh, hit me with your best shot.
Quiznos.
They are good.
Jersey Mike's. Potbelly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing one.
I mean, Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. Which one would you prefer?
Of those four, I mean, it's a no contest. Potbellies.
Same, dude. What do you love about Potbellies, though?
Oh, how thinly, beautifully sliced everything is.
You like the thin slice?
I love the texture.
Do you really?
It's the only place I'll get tomatoes on my sandwich.
You don't like tomatoes on your sandwich?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
What are you trying to read into?
I just think that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
But you like them there because it's thin sliced tomatoes.
I like them there because it's thin sliced. The reason I don't like tomatoes on things like burgers and whatnot is because a lot of places just have very, very mushy, gross tomatoes, and so I don't trust them.
Yeah, it's fair.
But those thinly sliced ones, if they're mushy, I'm not going to notice because they're so thin.
Yeah.
That
I feel like they can't be mushy when they're that thin because it's
probably
impossible
not
to cut.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I like Potbellies because they got the hot peppers.
Oh, the hot peppers are good too.
Oh my God. I'm salivating all over myself right now. I love spicy foods, and I feel like the thing that you were talking about Quiznos, and that's a great piece. It's a great tagline, by the way. The thing that is amazing to me is that I've helped build businesses from scratch with great marketing and advertising, and I've watched owners, founders, executives, boardrooms tear those suckers to the ground. I mean, and it's not happened once or twice. Like, it's part of the reason why I really am passionate about leadership, man, is because, like, you can do the customer client acquisition thing for days. You can be bangerang at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can even have a really good product or service at one point. That's how you got there. And then for whatever reason, and there are so many reasons and so many ways to F this up, by the way, you end up tanking a good business.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it happen more than I see the opposite happen.
Yeah.
I'm truly astounded by it.
It's called an effort to create shareholder value. The joke is that when you try to create too much shareholder value, you remove all the shareholder value.
That's it. Well, it goes back that I think we said this in a previous podcast, but like Chipotle, just fill up your freaking burrito, like stuff them full.
Yeah.
And you're going to start getting TikTok videos again of being like, people will be like, dude, you got to come to the Chipotle at this spot in Denver. You have to come here. It's amazing. I got like triple the meat that I got at other places.
Have you ever been to, what's it called? Where you like assemble your own stir fry?
Oh, like Mongolian barbecue?
Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for. If Chipotle was smart, they would have like a $18 build-it-yourself bowl.
Oh, why not?
Dude. Yeah.
What if you did it? I mean, why not weigh it by ingredients?
Frozen yogurt model?
Yeah.
It's true, too. Not a bad idea.
I mean, I feel like you could do that. I feel like you could do that. Not a big I know that they have vast differences in price for like produce and meat and things like that, but I'm also like, it's not that crazy. I feel like you could figure out a model that would crush, right?
Yeah. Or make it an all you can eat. And when you get in line, you swipe a card that's an hour. You get an hour on the card.
Oh my God. Could you imagine $35 at Chipotle for an hour?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, I know people that would.
Oh, I know a lot of people.
In a heartbeat.
College Dave,
yep.
Been all over that.
Exactly.
My favorite, okay, I had a favorite college move. Chipotle burrito with my boys.
Okay.
Like the real Chipotle burrito like it used to be.
Yeah. The small baby.
And we'd get chips and salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Hot salsa.
Mm-hmm.
And we would just be stuffed. And then we would go, because these were always together, we'd walk to the Starbucks. It was like 30 feet away. There's always a Starbucks.
There is
in the
always
same little like shopping center as the Chipotle.
That's true.
And we'd get like a double espresso or like an Americano just to have that like acid just cut away at all the food you just ate. Oh my God, it was amazing. I wouldn't eat for like 2 days, dude, because I was poor. But
did you have to add like a roller coaster belt strap to your toilet too?
You know, I don't have those problems actually. Like I have a steel trap of a stomach or something. So like food and I we get along, you know.
My brain goes weird places. I just pictured ordering Taco Bell like Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get 3 pumps of beef, a pump of tomato, 2 pumps of lettuce.
Can you put the grade D stuff on? I don't want the grade E. Yeah, just get me to the prison level. That's all I'm looking for.
And put that in a chalupa shell.
Dude, you know the one that freaks me out is when they're like, my friends that are vegan go get the Taco Bell bean burrito with cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's vegan. It's not real cheese.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I just broke him. Oh no.
I don't really eat a lot of Taco Bell, so
I don't either. I have friends that love it, man. Like they're
Dude.
like,
price point on Taco Bell is real good though. If you're trying to slim up your budget, Taco Bell is one of the cheaper options.
it is. And have we ever talked about how they made a positioning change like a couple years ago?
Briefly, but I would love for you to share.
So this is okay. I really like. I find this absolutely fascinating. I actually really love this. So forever, Taco Bell. By the way, this is totally random. The house that we bought owned previous owners, former Taco Bell marketing execs.
No way.
Yeah, so random. They do good stuff. Actually, their marketing and advertising is fun. But anyways, so what Taco Bell did 2-3 years ago was they had 40 something ideal customer personas.
Okay.
They were all different sorts of people.
Like
a soccer mom taking the kids that are age 5 to 15 to soccer practice, to sports practices.
Sure.
And she needs a quick meal.
Okay.
Need dinner. Let's get it. Let's go.
Okay.
That would be like one. They had 40 plus. What they decided a few years ago was they're not going to try and get any of those. They're going to create one ideal customer persona.
Mm-hmm.
This ICP is so funny to me that I wrote a chapter about it in my book.
People who are hungry between 12 and 1 a.m.
12 and 2.
12 and 2.
Because they're
Wait, that's it?
Okay, so wait. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna die laughing at this. They want to target primarily men.
Okay.
Although people is fine. But primarily men age 18 to 25
Mm-hmm.
who are gamers
Mm-hmm.
in low-income jobs
Mm-hmm.
to come to Taco Bell between 10 and 2 and or DoorDash it. Which what they're trying to say is they want stoners and drinkers. But if you think about it, like I'll just own that in my college days, I certainly had a number of times where we'd been imbibing.
Yeah.
And you get hungry with either of those activities.
Yeah.
I was just drinking. But somebody needs to be sober. I'm old. We didn't have DoorDash and Uber Eats. We wish we did. So
You had the least drunk guy.
yeah. Well, what we usually do, honestly, is we'd be like, who's got a younger brother who's in town, that's like 16, 17, and we're gonna, hey, dude, go get us what we need, come back. Or if we were at school or whatever, we'd just be like, where's a freshman? Or who's of a religion that doesn't drink?
Me, a freshman.
And so then we'd send them to Taco Bell because it was cheap, lots of carbs, lots of calories, like soak up the alcohol. You're like, oh, I feel better. I feel amazing. And so it's a cheap, easy way to get food. It makes a lot of sense to me. And I actually love that they just were like, yeah, this is who we're going after. We're going after people that are young, playing video games, and, they're college age kids that are just playing around and having fun. I love it, dude. I think it's a good time.
Yeah, I didn't eat Taco Bell in college because I didn't go to college.
Look, dude, you did something better than college, so
I ate dog.
yeah, I mean, it's
Woof woof.
the things that you have to do on the front lines of Seoul.
It was food. Yeah, so that's great knowing your ICP, being able to narrow down that messaging, because now you don't need message diversity as much.
This is the most strange episode we've ever done. This is so crazy.
Look, sometimes you gotta stretch yourself. Timmy Shimmy just got nominated to play Bob Dylan. He stretched himself. We just gotta do the
Oh
same.
my god. Whew.
I hope people know what I mean when I say Timmy.
Timmy Shimmy. Yeah. They're gonna know the Bob Dylan piece. If we're ever gonna get canceled, it's gonna be for this episode. So, speaking of we're gonna get canceled for the messaging episode.
Shouldn't your podcasts go off the rails?
Whew. Yeah. We haven't even started drinking yet either, so there's that.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever seen Metalocalypse?
No. I don't know what that is.
It's an Adult Swim animated show
Okay.
back in the day about like a death metal band that secretly ruled the world.
Okay.
Like they were just so huge that whenever they did something, the entire world markets would change. So like they play a concert, a 60-second concert where they play a song that's a jingle for a coffee company. Every other coffee company on the planet goes out of business.
It's amazing.
Okay, that's
amazing.
it's a fantastic show. It's got amazing metal music if you like it.
Cool.
But one of the opening scenes is like, we never drink before a show, and then there's 5 of them in the band. The other guy's like, well, I've been drinking, and then the next one goes, I've been drinking too. Yeah, I've been drinking too. And it finally gets back around to Nathan Explosion, who's the main guy who's like, we never drink before a show. Goes, yeah, me too.
That's amazing. Oh, there is something to honesty. We're talking about messaging. Being honest in your messaging can really work. One of the most iconic ads in the history of advertising was the one with the Volkswagen Beetle from the 60s that just said lemon underneath it. Lemon, period. It's one of the most iconic ads ever because it's just directly honest about a product flaw. And it was such a clever marketing move that they leaned into it.
Yep.
For messaging. And that's one of the things that we didn't really talk about was you can actually use a flaw as a benefit.
Oh, totally.
And there's a fun way to do that, and then there's a crass way to do that, and that's where, for the love of God, hire an expert, hire an agency.
It's the Moldy Whopper campaign.
That's it. It is the Moldy Whopper campaign. Explain that so that everybody knows.
So, wow, what was this? Probably 15 years ago, 10 years ago?
Was it that long ago?
It's a while ago, dude.
Really?
Yeah. So Burger King ran an ad.
Good Lord.
Where they showed a disgustingly moldy Whopper.
Yeah.
And it came from, the whole ad was they basically put a Whopper in a jar and a Big Mac in a jar. And they let them sit for 60 days or something.
It was something crazy, yeah.
And they time-lapsed the whole thing. And basically, you watch this Whopper just decompose.
It's unsettling to watch.
Yeah. The decaying animal for it, that whole thing.
Yep.
And the Big Mac just sits there. Doesn't move. And Burger King's whole thing was our food will actually mold. We don't have all those preservatives and chemicals and things to keep it looking like it looks.
I actually feel like they should bring that ad back, by the way.
I think the world be ready for it now.
Yep. They weren't ready for it then.
They weren't. It was way too far ahead of its time, and all people saw was the moldy Whopper, and they went, ew, I'm not getting a Whopper. Ooh, that.
I think that it would actually work right now because everybody's really caring about what they're putting in their body. We have a better understanding of chemicals and preservatives. We're obviously getting rid of food dyes, and I know that my parents order a whole bunch of food from Europe because it's better regulated. So I feel like that would resonate.
Yeah.
I forget about that commercial though all the time until you bring it up.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. And then they also made chicken fries, which who doesn't want chicken fries?
Chicken fries are a dope move, bro. Just dip them in. God, it's such a good move. I feel like there's some ads that just stick out in our minds forever. Do you have 2 or 3 ads that you're just man, they just
Oh, I've got the ad.
Yeah, which one?
The ad that will never die from. This is an old Super Bowl commercial. I'm thinking like 97, 98 maybe was when this came out. It's a Nutri-Grain bar.
Okay, yep, remember those.
And the whole thing starts off in an office with this like office looking guy. Okay. And he takes a bite of the Nutri-Grain bar and he goes, "Ooh, yeah."
I remember that.
And he stands up and he's like, "I feel great. I'm going to quit my job and start, something crazy." And the other guy's like, "Dude, Sam, you're a great guy. You got great skills. You're going to do great. Ah, heck, I'm coming with you." And then he walks up to a girl in the office. He's like, "Hey, I feel great and you're hot. Let's start making babies." And she's like, "Ooh, yeah, babies everywhere." And like, it just keeps compounding. And like one dude punches him and it breaks his fist. Like, it's ridiculous. And the whole ad is just Nutri-Grain. Feel great. And it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I will never forget that ad. Simple message though.
Yeah.
Eat a Nutri-Grain bar, feel great.
For me, it was the Budweiser Was Up.
What's up?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was all everybody was saying the next day. Like,
Years.
They even made a reference to it in The Office, like 7-8 years later. They made a reference to it in Central Intelligence Agency with freaking The Rock and Kevin Hart
Yeah.
in 2016, and it was like the ad was like 20 years before that or something.
It's still played.
It's still, and they're like, "Oh yeah, remember that commercial? So funny." And it's like, that was a zeitgeist moment. So fun.
Totally.
The number one most impactful song for the 20th century of any song. Give me a break, break me up his neck.
Kit Kat boy.
Kit Kat didn't have to advertise for 18 years because of the secrets of that campaign. Like, we all know it, dude. It's in our bones.
Well, I'll bring one back around, and this one gets mentioned in marketing circles all the time. So if you haven't heard this one, where are you? But KFC in Japan for Christmas.
Okay.
So KFC in the 80s was trying to break into the market, the Japanese market.
This is amazing.
And they ran an ad that basically like insinuated it's not Christmas without KFC. To this day, you have to pre-order your KFC in October to make sure you have KFC December 25th.
It's an American tradition. Why wouldn't they know any different?
Right, exactly. But like they make their entire profit as a chain in Japan in a single day's sale.
That is so nuts. That's so crazy. And it's just because of one campaign. I think it speaks to when you get these great campaigns that really just fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the reason. It's what people are trying to recreate all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is now the medium that for the past 70 years has been just the absolute killer, the creme de la creme, the best of everything that you could get when it came to memorability, virality, just organically, because it wasn't online at the time, was linear television.
Mm-hmm.
And linear television, as you and I have said many, many times, is going away. And so we still haven't found that medium yet.
It's fractured.
That's the problem.
You have streaming services, you have long form like YouTube, and you've got short form like social platforms.
Yeah, I think that is the problem at this point, is that it's so fragmented. How do you find that channel that's going to give you the big pop that you can get?
That is a trick, and really, it's testing.
Totally. And I also think there are campaigns you can run that are omni-channel that do make a difference. And it's just about getting out there and doing it.
Absolutely. All right. What's your takeaway for messaging, marketing messaging copy?
I love the depositioning stuff that you brought up. I think that it's a nuanced, undervalued, and underknown, or at least it's not stated as deposition. People kind of know it, but they don't know the term for it. And I think that there are ways to leverage that really benefit your brand in such a way that it gives you a disproportionate advantage compared to your competition in a way that other messaging can't provide. What about you?
I think I wanted to lean into being kind of big and brave and owning something like Toasty, or it's not Christmas without KFC. Like, why not swing for a fence like that? You know?
Sure.
Because once you have that, once you're known for that, like, what is the revenue difference between Lowe's and Home Depot? You can do it. We can help.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, is there a better line?
It's great.
It's fantastic. And honestly, they do fulfill it very well in the stores. They have a lot of people there to help you constantly. And I think that's very impressive. But yeah, swing for the fences. Be known for something.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, it's okay.
Yeah. Change it up next week.
Change it up again.
Yep.
Exactly. Cool.
Sweet, man. This has been another episode of Vox and Coin. If you enjoy the content, hit the like and follow button. Hit subscribe. Give us a rating, a review. Leave some comments. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you are consuming our content. You can also follow us on social media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. We're there. You can find Jake at The Wizard Marketing on all those places, as well as LinkedIn. And you can find me at Real DVal. Till next time, catch ya.
And you can DoorDash me Taco Bell at
your mom's house.
Your mom's house.